Welcome to Food News Today. I hope you all had a wonderful and delicious Thanksgiving full of family, friends, and of course, food. For those of you who might have braved the crowds in some post-turkey retail sales extravaganzas, you might be interested to know that Black Friday weekend shopping hit record highs this year. According to the National Retail Federation, 247 million shoppers either visited stores or websites. Total spending over the four-day weekend reached a record $59.1 billion. Looks like Christmas did come early for some, but not everybody. In fact, bricks and mortar stores were actually down 1.8% in sales. But online shopping, up 28%. For you soda lovers trying to shed some pounds, you better watch out, because you're actually being targeted. Pepsi Special, a so-called fat-blocking soda, has been released by Pepsi in Japan. According to their sole Japanese distributor, Suntory, this new line of soda is infused with dextrin, a synthetic dietary fiber. Now, the company claims that dextrin blocks the body's absorption of fat, hence the title fat-blocking soda. Now, the benefits of this healthy soda doesn't stop there, according to the company. They also say the drink suppresses the rise of triglycerides in our blood that normally follows a meal and could, according to the company, once again, lower cholesterol. Sound good? Well, not so fast. Question we've got to ask if any of these claims actually stack up. According to Dr. Melina Jampoulos, a physician nutrition specialist and CNN health expert, there's no evidence that synthetic fibers can actually block cholesterol. Naturally occurring soluble fiber? Absolutely. For example, fiber that's present in oats, vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage, and bok choy, or even the skin of apples can. But there's nothing to suggest that synthetic fibers like dextrin can do the same thing. Back in 2006, a study was published and conducted by the Japanese government that found that rats that were fed dextrin absorbed less fat than rats that didn't. But there's been no test on human beings. With the FDA's strong restrictions on soft drinks claiming to be healthy, it's unlikely that Pepsi Special will be on the U.S. supermarket shelves anytime soon. Dr. Melina Jampoulos seems to have hit the nail on the head when she said adding synthetic fibers to unhealthy foods and drinks is like putting lipstick on a pig. Forget the recipe books and the craft classes. The evolution of social media has led to sites like Pinterest becoming the place to go to share and collect holiday inspirations. After the madness of Thanksgiving cooking, we decided to check in with our Facebook friends and see just who used Pinterest for their holiday cooking. Karen made sangria. Sarah made pumpkin cheesecake with a cranberry glaze and bacon-wrapped onions with a blue cheese vinaigrette. Hopefully didn't eat them at the same time. Genevieve, for her, it was gluten-free crepes for dessert. And Lisa asked all of us to check out her K-Rico board. And it's her cornbread recipe that's the hit. The drugstore chains are stealing the food business away from traditional supermarkets. And now it looks like it's turning into a war. Walgreens is opening up a flagship store in Hollywood, California on December 1st. They've created a 40-foot mobile tasting tour bus to cruise the streets and provide free samples of its innovative fresh foods and refreshments. From juices and smoothies to frozen yogurt and coffee, between now and December 5th, the Walgreens Upmarket Fresh Experience brings the store to you. That is, if you live in Los Angeles. Now, we can only hope that this signals a wake-up call to the traditional supermarkets before it's too late. Because from where I sit, it looks like we're going to see more upmarket fresh mobile tour buses dotting the landscape throughout the entire country. I have to ask you a question, a personal question. When it comes to your job, would you want your kids to follow in your footsteps? Well, according to an online survey of nearly 3,000 people by Salary.com, most people working in agriculture and ranching say yes. 67% of survey takers in these fields would recommend their job. Now that percentage is far higher than in any other industry. The next highest were professional services, IT, and healthcare. And the workers least likely to recommend their jobs to their kids, finance and banking is second to last at just 24%. Way down on the bottom is retail at just 18%. And with record Black Friday shopping numbers and looking at the faces of those clerks, you might understand why. And where in this survey did the hospitality and tourism rank? It was also one lower scoring, and at just 25%, one of the least likely to be recommended. So with that in mind, I have to leave you with this cartoon. There's a customer service questionnaire for you to fill out and for us not to look at and immediately to throw away. That's all for this week's edition of Food News Today. I hope you'll check out our new website design and send me a message on Facebook or Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. Food News Today is sponsored by ConAgra Foods, who shares with me the desire to provide the most current, interesting, and unbiased food news. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you here next week.